Good morning. I'm Leanne Zinsmeister, Managing Editor for Nation's Restaurant News. I'm joined today by Brian Farris of WOWorks. Brian, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Brian Farris. I'm the Chief Development Officer for WOWorks. We operate 6 brands: SaladWorks, Fruitable, Garbanzo Mediterranean Fresh, The Simple Greek, and we're very excited about our new acquisitions, Zoop, Eatery, and Barbaritos.
Yeah, so you just announced that acquisition last week or the week
It has
before.
been a crazy couple
Congratulations.
weeks. Yes.
It sounds like it. Well, and WOWorks itself was just founded during the pandemic, is that right? Or
During the
shortly
pandemic.
before?
That's
yeah,
right.
So tell me about how that came to be and what that was born out of.
So it was really born out of SaladWorks. And what we saw in SaladWorks was the convergence of healthy food, healthy dining, especially with the pandemic. People wanted to make better choices and take care of their health. And SaladWorks fit that perfectly, both the combination of being plant-forward and the ability to make exactly what you want. Well, we recognized early on, Kelly Roddy, who's our CEO and founder of WOWorks, recognized early on that we could reach more people with more brands that fit that same guiding principle. So we acquired Fruitable, Garbanzo Mediterranean Fresh, and Simple Greek through the pandemic because those brands fit that model. Zoup and Barbaritos, our latest additions, also fit that model perfectly. Great health benefits, the opportunity to customize it to make it exactly what you're looking for and have exactly the meal that you want.
Great. And those brands are all fast casual, right?
They're all fast casual.
What would you say has been the biggest challenge for WOWorks and in the fast casual space throughout the pandemic?
Yeah, so the big two that through the pandemic, the big two, and that is supply chain and labor. And with supply chain, you just have to be nimble. We have to be nimble, we have to be aware, and try to be ahead of the game as much as we can, whether it's being aware of what's happening in the supply chain and making adjustments and subs, using some of our vendors to complement the supply chain. It's just been a work in process the whole time. There's no easy solution to it. You just have to react.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Labor's a little different, because there's a labor shortage. We feel really strongly that this is where the franchising model really works. You're going to pay what you're going to pay. You're going to pay the prevailing rate for labor, but that's only part of why people want to work. You've got to, number one, make it easy so they can be successful. And number two, you got to create an atmosphere where they're cared for and they feel that. And in franchising and with our franchisees specifically, they really go above and beyond to create that experience for their employees first. And that helps us to retain good employees and attract better employees as well.
Are there specific examples of things that they do to make their employees, want to work here?
There's lots of little things that they do, little programs. I think the overriding is a sense of genuinely caring for the employee and creating a family experience.
Absolutely.
Those are the things that people will see through a program. They'll see through a free smoothie or a free whatever. They'll get that anywhere. That doesn't really demonstrate that it comes from the heart. If you're creating a family experience in your restaurant and with your employees, and you really are looking to your employees first, then you're going to get that honest, integral relationship with them, and that's where the dividends are really paid.
Great. The other thing everyone's talking about right now is inflation, and you talked about it a bit with labor. You got to pay people, the market rate, but what are you seeing in terms of inflation for your ingredients, and then what are you doing about menu prices right now?
Yeah, inflation is everywhere. We all see it everywhere, and that's unfortunate. The cost of meals is going up. The cost of labor has definitely gone up. The cost of food has definitely gone up, and packaging. For us, we just have to stay at par with the pricing.
Yeah.
There's really nothing else you can do. You can't sacrifice and not take price when prices are going up, supplier prices, backdoor prices are going up. So you have to be smart about your price increases. Be very thoughtful about your menu mix and the price increases that you have, so you still create value in your restaurant, but you can't be afraid to take a fair price for what you're paying. And consumers, because it's so pervasive, consumers understand that, and we haven't seen the drop in transactions that sometimes comes with
That's great. That was going to be my next question,
Yeah.
how consumers were reacting.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing the same thing kind of across the board this weekend, so I think that's pretty par for the course.
No one wants to pay more,
Right.
but we're paying more for everything right now, and they understand it. And this is where we're creating value becomes so important. You know, so as long as you're creating value and you're charging a fair price, your consumer is going to come with you.
Yeah. So as we hopefully start to emerge from the pandemic, what's ahead for WOWorks? What are you looking forward to?
Growth, and growth.
Okay.
So the first thing is we've got 2 wonderful brands. So those brands, we're super excited about getting them integrated into the WOWorks family and to really telling the story of those brands and expanding the growth of those brands. So, you know, with the addition, having a stable of 6 brands, we're able to provide growth opportunities for our franchisees who have got infrastructure and markets to be able to add new brands in the markets that they live and the communities that they serve. So we're really excited about that. We're excited about growing with new franchise owners. And then for our existing franchise owners, it's always about driving same-store sales and creating incremental check and incremental guest visits. So we're very focused on that. That may be through product, that may be through channel, but those are our true growth levers.
Great. Anything else you want to share today about WOWorks? Or
WOWorks is great. It's a great company. It's a great group of people. We have wonderful franchise owners that we're very grateful for. And we're grateful to be able to provide, healthy alternatives in our community. It's really, really necessary. And all it takes is to drive around. There's some great restaurant brands here, so nothing against that. But you drive around and you try to find a good place to eat, and you don't.
Sure.
And so being able to bring more choice to consumers in the communities that we serve is really a special part of what WOWorks is all about.
Great. Well, Brian Farris, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.